Every journey starts somewhere, and mine begins here, with a U-Haul, a trailer full of equipment, and an old shed. It's not much to look at now, but it's a canvas for what's to come. Now, I get to spend the next few days unpacking everything. So much fun. Currently, third day of moving. Yesterday we put in probably close to 12, maybe 14 hours driving, unloading, but I'm getting pretty exhausted at this point. I'm gonna call into work, gonna have everything thrown into most of the garage and the barn and shed. Fun stuff, but it's almost over. Get back to doing things. This is where it's going to start. It's rough, it's dusty, it's moldy, and I should probably just put up a new building. But you need money for that. So until then, I need to get this place to a point where I can start cutting out parts again. And that began by getting all of the junk that doesn't belong in the shop out of the shop. I'm not gonna record a whole bunch of this, but what I'm gonna try to do tonight is get this boat up in the barn. I'll show you guys a quick tour / video of the barn upstairs. That's where I'm just storing all of my equipment. That's eventually gonna be entirely knocked down too. So boat's going upstairs. Some of these chairs might go back inside, lawnmowers going upstairs. Basically anything that doesn't have to do with my shop is gonna be going upstairs or up into the barn. Okay, this is the barn. It's actually not in that bad of shape for what it is. The guys that were in here before us actually put a little bit of work into it. Right now I'm just using it as storage for trailers and boats and such. Project boat. It's actually got power and lights. It is the next day. Hi there. We got Wrigley here. It's a dog we're taking care of for a short amount of time, but got some wood burning from inside of here that I don't need anymore. But I'll show you guys some progress. Probably won't be able to hear much when I get in here, so I'll probably just do a voiceover. Bit of daylight here, so I'm gonna be wrapping up shortly, but I got all of those shelvings out, loaded on the trailer or burning. Most of the stuff in here is mine except for these 3 steel desks. Those are I'm gonna have to drop off at the dump sometime. The last thing that needs to happen is I just need to get some money to buy some lumber to fix all of this crap up. I calculated it out and it looks like I'm looking at about 700 fit, like let's round to $1,000, all the fasteners and everything for just the lumber to basically make the building structurally sound. I was kind of hoping I would have thought of a use for these desks. They were used as a workbench with the previous owners, but I ended up just tossing them because I value the open space more than the bench tops. And let me tell you, these things were not light. I tried to pick that one up, but after that, I was pretty much done. All right, little moral behind the story, or a little story behind the story. Obviously, these walls are a piece of crap. Like I said, this whole building is coming down in 1 to 2 years. While I'm in here, this whole wall, I'm pretty much not gonna be touching. I figured, why not just paint it with this old paint can that came with the house. It was just chilling in the garage. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to see it because I got no lights out here, but they used it for some of the trim. Why not just make a cool backdrop for recording videos and whatnot? Welcome to my giant mess. Previously, which might have just been not when I recorded, we finished painting a few panels on the walls here. Still got to go up a little bit more. I swapped out my electrical panel for one that could hold the welder and the air compressor along with some of the lights, and I ran all those wires. So tonight I stopped at Menards and I ended up getting some more LED lights. These are supposed to be super bright, like 10,500 lumens. The ones up here right now are like 4,000. So I bought 4 of them. In addition to that, I got wire to run my air compressor line, the 220 volt. So I got some 12-2 wire for that. I haven't got to the structural stuff yet. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get to that. Completely snapped in half. but I have orders waiting, so I need to get this plasma cutter up and working.
So from there, I ran all 4 of the bay lights, which was a little more difficult than I thought because I didn't have a ladder tall enough to reach the top of the roof. And I'm not too fond of hanging over a rickety bridge over a boiling lake of lava.
I'm looking down.
But nonetheless, I didn't die, and the lights don't look half bad either.
Okay, I got all 4 of the overhead lights, the bay lights in, and it makes a world of difference. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4,000 lumen, and then 4 10,500 lumen. So 1, 2, 3, boom. Crazy. I never had this much light in a shop before, so this is kind of exciting.
To start making this look more like a shop, it was time to settle the equipment into their final resting place. I gave everything a real good sweeping, and let me tell you, I could probably sweep every day and get about a half 5-gallon bucket worth of dust. I moved the CNC plasma cutter into position along with all of my woodworking tools and storage boxes.
First walk in the door, we got our welding and CNC plasma cutting area set up. This is kind of what I spent the most time on, running all the electrical stuff, because that's the big equipment. Toolbox, the idea with that is sometimes I like to do car stuff, not a whole lot, but just, you know, basic oil change, tire stuff. Drive the car in, toolbox is right there. And then on the other side is gonna be woodworking and slash just storage. I gotta get this roof taken care of before I can do anything on this side. This side's decent, the concrete's just shot. This side, I don't want to put anything in place permanently until we get all this junk figured out. And this water, I'd hate to have water start leaking down on the equipment. I have 6 jobs pending for that CNC plasma cutter, and they're trying to get it done before Christmas. Just picked up a new hose reel. First time I'm ever having a hose reel, so that's nice. And this is what I was using previously. It was just annoying to unwrap all the time. I got this 3-way manifold, and basically I just have to hook one up to the dryer, and then this guy, plasma cutter. Yep, that's about 50 right there, huh?
After putting the final touches on the air compressor, I was able to start setting up the plasma cutter for these customer orders. That included leveling the machine out and filling it with water. I'm super excited to be in a place I can call my own, and even more excited to start planting roots in a business that could potentially replace my day job. That's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.